Kami nung in the office.
Aga siguro. Ay, lang. It's gonna go baby.
I guess that it takes a while to adjust to the time when you're traveling. Huh?
It's a different time.
Yeah,
difference.
time
Sounds a
zone.
day. Are we ready?
Ready? Start? I'm not yet. Okay. Oh, which one is this?
I have a headache. I haven't catch up with my hour sleep. Went home the other day, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then when I went back to, I should have drunk the wine. It's like they put me to sleep,
Yeah.
but I did not finish the wine. So
Is it not even
Oh, you put Kim to work, huh?
them, they were just talking, not me. I'm just listening. I have nothing to share with these guys.
Hey, did you know? I bet you didn't know. Anne is playing pickleball.
Oh,
Anne
good.
has been playing pickleball.
This
Well,
our aunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she loves it. Because I told that's why I told which group is she in.
Yeah.
Because
Same group.
Alan and her loves pickleball.
You were there at UOG.
But that was
When she
last
came.
time. That was last time.
Yeah, but after that,
Trustees?
she went back.
Yeah.
Her
Trustees,
Technical difficulty.
technical difficulties, so we have to restart the Zoom. We have to shut
Okay,
down, log
okay.
out, and then
Log
log
out, please,
in.
everyone.
Do you mind if you can just log back
Whose
in,
bananas
sir?
are this?
Sorry, technical
Ay,
difficulties.
sorry.
Okay.
I have her phone number. How is your grandson? Did he came out okay?
Oh yes. Oh, they really enjoyed it.
Had a good time?
Yes, they had this guy with a real big snake. I mean,
Oh,
I
they-
give you.
they-
They went to the zoo and
Oh, they
then
went to zoo big.
they went.
You log in
Dylan
already, yes,
carried it.
Jonah?
Dylan, you
Your
were not
personal?
scared
Log
of
in as
that.
ID?
That's
No,
why I told
on
us
your-
to have Dusty.
Yeah, so did you just leave?
Dusty Cyrus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Log in as
they said it's really a nice
Yeah,
place.
it's a zoo.
their thing.
Baka ba, sa zoo?
this in your back.
Oh, so beautiful. It's like a wild safari. The lions are right in front of you.
Siya sa
Wow.
On the safari
Okay.
truck.
So,
Grabe doon.
This is the one
It's okay,
owned by
it's okay.
ano?
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
zoo
you.
big.
So do you want me
Yeah,
to
before.
go out here?
It was a nice trip. They played basketball.
Who did they play with?
So they went to the zoo after the game, then they went shopping.
Oh, it was that recent.
Yeah, they just came
Hindi ko
back
ng topic namin.
March
Wow,
15th. They
napakagaling.
they left.
Oo,
Hindi ngayon.
So,
Yes, it is. That's the
this is zoo big.
they.
You know what?
You guys know sign language?
Hello, we're ready.
There you
Sorry
go.
for the delay and
There
the
you
technical
go.
difficulties.
I
but
wanna hear,
thank
is the
you.
recording now resolved?
Recording now?
Recording in
Jonah?
progress. Recording in progress.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 22nd of March. We are resuming the Board of Trustees, Guahan Academy Board of Trustees meeting. We recess on the 21st of March, or the 22nd of March. I would like to have a motion to go back to the regular meeting and exit out of the recess. Mr. Rosie, go.
Okay, I so move that we go out from our recess from February 21st and we will resume our meeting on February 20. I mean March 26th,
Second,
March 6th.
I need a second.
I second.
Thank you, Trustee Lu. Moved and seconded by Trustee Tantoga and Trustee Lu to go back to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Trustees, Guahan Academy. Take it away, please proceed, CEO. You were the one that was starting the calendar events of.
Yes, for the
Oh,
calendar of
2023.
events, number one, the CTRFP, which was originally posted and published on March 17th on our website and also published through the newspaper. We had that it's still there and we had to do an extension for the last for the submission of
Where is
RFPs.
the extension?
The extension was from March 17th to the 24th.
We're gonna be, are they gonna be newspaper publication again?
It was, we had to do an amendment, which we already posted on the 16th of March on our website.
Okay,
So the last day for submission or the deadline for submission of all RFPs from offerers will be on March 24th. Number two, third quarter parent-teacher conference is this Friday. So we are resuming to do both face-to-face and also online because we have reports that our teachers have more connection with our parents, even if they're at work. If we resume, we do keep it as phone call or video conference.
okay, so that's good. See the genius of technology now. In the past, it's all face to face, right?
Face-to-face.
Can you say thanks to COVID? Really, thank you, but no thanks. But actually, because of COVID, this is how these platforms now are well utilized. So that's good that we'll have more participation of the parents. That's good. Can we collect some report on that on the participation, maybe the percentage, and then we see how we grow from there on. Okay. Thank you.
For the next meeting,
Yeah.
next board
See,
meeting.
this is
we'll
a
include that.
this is a major kickoff for our parents teacher meeting. Now that we're using a dual platform of face to face and online, we'd like to see the success rate on how bring these guys back to the PTO forum, right? Okay, let's go.
With the use of this platform.
Yes.
Number three, professional development day, scheduled for the next month is April 14th, 2020.
April
April
14th.
14th.
I want the
Number four, National Charter School Week. So the charter schools, we had a meeting,
what is the date exactly on the
National
NCSC?
Charter School Week
Yeah.
at the Micronesia Mall is scheduled and confirmed for May 13th. This is the second time we're doing this to celebrate National Charter Schools Week. So all the charter schools are gathered and we have like an expo or exhibit.
Is there gonna be
At the Micronesia
any proclamation from the governor? Can somebody find out so we can be going to the governor and prepare a proclamation for the charter school week?
Yes, we will.
You can prepare that. It's almost the same. But let's make sure that that's prepared and attend and also relate to the front office. So there will be a proclamation signing. And at the same time, attendance, hopefully we can have some of us to attend the proclamation signing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
going
don't know,
to
we did
reach
it last year,
out, but
yes.
this year the host is iLearn. So I will have to inform the rest
Yes,
of the
just
team
make
just
it like a
to
consensus.
coordinate. Yeah.
A consensus, and because this has to be declared every year. Especially now that Senator Barnett is really going all out and seeking out an extension or rather another additional members of the charter school. Right? But I think the awareness should be created all the time. Right? Now we can really involve the front offices.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, just make sure.
Since we are meeting with Senator Barnett, we could also, on Thursday, we could also ask for a legislative resolution.
That would be in order as well. Yeah. Because I think that will be always coinciding with the proclamation as well. So if they came into that and preparing it, yeah, they're just gonna be putting together the same information. So that's okay. But who's gonna ask? Oh, when we meet with him tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay,
Tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
I'm quite sure 5 o'clock.
Oh,
Is it 2 p.m.? 2 p.m.?
yes, 2 p.m. Sorry.
Okay.
And then 5 o'clock is
Yeah,
the
this is calendar.
council meeting. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow's a
Stand
council
corrected.
meeting as well?
Which will be held at iLearn.
Yeah, okay. Please remind us.
So
Maybe Miss Joyce, right? Just tell Miss Joyce to put it on the chat.
part 5 reports, emergency grants. We have, thank you, Miss Jamie. The report didn't really move up from last month. The total requisitions keyed in is still the same, 1,796,742.33. The same way they just finished, I believe Miss Jamie just popped in from the email that I have read. We're still in the transition of from the federal munis to GEO units, and there was like a technical difficulties because they had to input all the GL accounts and convert it, right, Miss Jamie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we had
what's
to
the total
verify the
ESF?
new GL codes
Yes, we had to
for
verify the new
ESF2 and
GL
ARP.
codes for ESF2 and ARP.
You know, that's good because you're making it uniform now.
Yeah.
So it's not UDs, you only use like whatever, how many ever digit number you have on certain category, then it's uniform, right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to make it uniform because we're transitioning from the federal units
Yes.
that we use
Yeah.
to now just GPO units.
This will
So
take a little
it's on
time.
their back and their end
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they
yeah,
have to
that's good,
confirm
yeah.
us
Not on
that
us, as
all the
long as-
accounts are the same.
As long as it's on their side and not on our side.
So
And they're
the
trying
total
to make their
requisitions
accounts.
keyed in is
And they're
close
trying to make
1.8.
their accounts.
Oh, yes, Miss Jane?
Sorry, Miss Anne, real quick. They're trying to make their
Sorry,
account
Miss
codes
Anne,
more
real quick. They're
detailed.
trying to make their
Instead
account
of just
codes more
supplies, they're
detailed.
trying to separate it
Instead of
between
just
PPEs,
supplies, they're trying
office
to separate
supplies.
Yeah, yeah.
PPEs,
That's
office
organized,
supplies.
yeah. You categorize it. That it's all books, pencils, whatever, just one category, one code, one something. Those are issued probably with the feds, right?
Yes, so the only difference from our requisitions that are keyed in, that are pending or converted to purchase orders is 279,130
On the ESF.
on the ESF2.
Those are
And
keyed in. What is the balance? Is Jamie, what's your balance on the ESF? You still have money?
pending purchase orders is 648. Yes, we still have, that's 279, right, Miss Jamie? 709,000 is the difference.
Yes.
Yes,
Is that the
and then
balance?
Yes.
so that after school program, it's actually technically under ESF, it's called community learning centers. So we got approved for 19 people for the after
You're gonna use
school.
the balance? You're gonna use it?
Yes,
Okay,
because
good.
that's five quarters. So we already finished the third quarter, which is our first
2
quarter.
more to go.
I assume that's it's still not keyed in here because the keying in is on their end.
Yes. Okay, as long as you know what you have. So you have 2 more sessions to go and we'll use up all the 279,000. Is that for summer?
After school.
The after school? continuing until until we end this school year.
Yes,
Okay,
and
good.
until depending on their decision whether to maximize in all the way to September.
What
We
Beginning of the-
have 4 more
Yeah.
quarters. We're
What
on the
is the
second quarter.
status of the procurement office as DO? I mean,
They're behind
that
right now,
is
short staff.
very, very important because if
timeline.
we are asked, why do we have to balance? Or why are we returning X number of dollars? We have to come out and tell the truth. And the truth is,
It's
that
on their end.
GAX has been very proactive in submitting requisition, but beyond that, it's beyond the control of GAX.
I think
And
if there's
they know that.
anybody that would be subject to audit would be them. Because we submit all the requisitions to them, the procurement issue will be on them. And they have to do the selection, because you're talking big purchases now, big buys, right? That's how they get the discount. So the books are carried by them. But we'll still be subject to a single audit, because we're receiving more than $750,000. So
No, but
we'll still have
that
to be
money
ready.
really is dedicated for the kids. So the kids, in my opinion, are being shortchanged if those requisitions that have been submitted are not processed. And that is something that maybe we can point out as a concern, because when you go before the legislature to testify on fiscal year 24 budget, and you are informed that, well, you return X number of dollars, we didn't use it. We've got to be.
They're gonna question why, right?
And that is something that I don't have a problem raising it as an issue when we meet with Senator Martin.
We have to be careful with that, because those are ARP money. Those ARP monies are the delineation and usage of that is very specific. So we cannot buy, we'll say
No,
half
no,
of our,
cannot
right?
be
We just
that.
have to be specific on that. The use of that, we'll only call grantees on those monies. So really the bulk of the headache is with GDO. The only problem with us is, and just is correct, it delays some of our purchasing.
No, but Madam Chair, we're talking about since April that
It
those
is beyond our
requisitions are
control.
reasonable.
That's
I
the whole of
understand.
GDOE is
I
behind.
know, we
Yeah.
just
That
need
is
to be
correct.
truthful,
Even the
that when
schools.
we're being asked that we're returning X number of dollars, we did our very best to submit. That's all we can say.
Just clarify to them that, and we
Yeah.
have it on record, if
Yes,
that's
yeah.
something that
That's what
we
I'm
wanna
asking,
make
is that
sure
we need
it's
to be
documented.
prepared
Yes.
to answer the unexpected type
Yes.
of question.
But I think the whole DOE is complaining, even the schools, because they're
Yeah.
not getting their requisition and they're not paying the
Yeah,
vendors, so they're really
And
getting.
we are truly affected by that.
Yes, we
Because
are.
remember, GDO is bulk buy. I wish we could do it, right? And then you
We
don't
can
have
do our
to issue,
own,
and we're
right?
not able to keep the money anyway,
No.
because those monies have to be well spent and really dedicated to the money. The ones that we have returned are mostly our regular funding, not anything of the federal. Our regular funding, whether you like it, must say, any government department that would have an excess fund will have to return it back to the coffer, right? And the governor has this is all the authority to do it. I think right now we're in very good relationship with Ike. So it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything is just late. And
They're
that's,
they're short staffed, Madam Chair.
oh yeah.
They are short staffed. Judy, one should hire a few, maybe
Why
temporary.
she'll hire? Probably she'll hire because she say no plumbers, no this, no
Nothing,
that.
yeah.
I already could see the faces of who's gonna be there. But anyway, she'll do that. Trusting her, she'll do and hire.
Let's hope.
She'll do and hire. Okay, next item.
Just for
Trustee-
clarification, yes, we do have a good relationship with FTD, but
Thank
the
goodness.
emergency funds are now being overseen by the ESF2 and the ARPT, which is
Yes,
under the
yeah,
purview
yeah.
of Deputy Superintendent Francis Cooper Nurse.
He's
So
he's
we
the money
follow,
man.
yeah.
He's the money man. He's the one
But
that
you
will keep
and
the
I
books.
would know Cooper nurses.
No, but Cooper Nurse is the money man for GDOE. So the whole trust of all the federal funding will have to be in his care. Fortunately, because he's a money
He's
man.
a-
He's the money man.
And it's
Well-
to address too. On our end too, we have experience with Miss Jamie, right? Now that there's a specific team that oversees, it's faster.
Yeah.
And then we give it directly, and then even the right now, because the
faster.
GL accounts,
This is faster.
the GL accounts are still being well in
Reconciled.
transition. So we have been sending emails as to the pending
Requisitions.
requisitions, and they acknowledge it.
Maybe what they should do is ask our own personnel to come in and key it in
No,
their-
don't donate our personnel. We don't have enough.
Actually,
to get it all out.
actually, there was a time.
Yeah, they have
I
to borrow.
remember there was a time when I would send my AO down to central office
Without
to do
keying,
all the
right?
To
keying.
borrow, if they allow.
Just to concentrate
Yeah.
on the school
Yeah.
that I was at, and it worked.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it
a
was
good
very
Yes, if
suggestion.
they're
bad.
really short.
Yeah, you're right. She's right. Remember that time
Yes.
when we were, because they were short and we were sending our own people, and it worked. It was a procurement.
Because they
I
have
know
Purchase
they're
order.
even
all
overwhelmed.
the requisitions.
Yeah,
coming
all
in, they are
requisitions turn into
short-handed.
purchase order.
Yes,
So I
all the
told my
public
AO, you go
schools.
down there and you make sure every requisition is accounted for.
Remember?
Which leads me to saying
I'm in a
that
meeting right now. I'm really right now. I'll call you. Okay? Alright.
which leads me to moving to the ARP. So if this didn't change from the last board meeting, it's still the same. It's the difference
2.9,
for the difference is 2.9.
spend a lot of money.
But again, we usually send an email for the priority requisitions that we have that is ongoing. So because we have to transfer all the requisitions that were keyed in from the federal units to the GDOE units. So they have those, all the list, right, Ms. Jamie? They have to,
Yes.
and they acknowledge
Yes.
that that those are the first things that we have to input when the transition is fully is completed.
Okay.
Letter B, consolidated grant. This, the CG, is under the purview of FPD. So these are just updates of where we're at. The National Charter Schools Conference will be under the CG grant. We already sent a letter of request already. So we're
When is this day going to happen?
NIFTY conference is July.
Who are you sending for the NIFTY conference?
Because this is new.
There's a new invitation?
Previously,
Yeah.
we in the past year, just last school year, we paid
Fine.
using local funds for local trainees from the states to
Yeah.
come here
Yeah,
for the
they did that-
pre-service
they did
training.
that last time.
That's
Many-
what we
many
did
years
last
ago, yeah,
year,
yeah.
but from years back. But this time, because I requested for this in the fiscal year 2022 for to be under CG, so it was approved and it was confirmed by Miss Joyce when she contacted FPD that the six employees,
Okay.
because we're the only charter school who requested, so they said they
You're the only
approved
one
to
on direct
six.
instruction now.
Yes, so 6 employees, right? Miss
Yeah.
Joyce too.
Where's the conference at?
Oh, here. Here. Yes, here. Yeah, because you were seated. Sorry, Miss Miss.
Hindi ka narinig nun.
Oh.
Sigawan mo kaya sa kabilang tenga yun. Sa tenga lang nakakarinig eh. Kailangan yung kabilang tenga.
Yes, because sorry, you were sitting here earlier, so I'm just giving you a copy. I think it was
thank you.
it was here.
That takes care of it.
So we are allowed 6 people. So we already sent, there's 6 people. So this time we are sending, of course, the DI coordinator and our 5 coaches.
That's good.
5 coaches.
Yeah.
Where is the conference at now? Arlington, Virginia?
No.
Where?
I wrote it
Layo
down
naman.
somewhere.
Oregon.
Oregon. Yes,
Oregon.
there,
Whoa.
Oregon.
I like to go to Oregon.
Which one is that, the Nifty?
Yes, the
Nifty
Oregon
conference.
conference.
Oregon.
Okay, just let FYI the board on who's attending all these conferences, okay? Just for the record and for board's information. Aska, what is ASCA? What association is that?
American School Counselors
Association.
Oh,
Association.
okay, so I would already know you're gonna have for your counselors to attend this, right? How many counselors do you have?
We have two, one for secondary and one for elementary. And also our Miss Maria, our assistant principal.
Yes, Maria needs to go. This is just for an update for Maria because she's already had, I think, all the,
She
the
is a
other-
member of.
yeah. She's a member of the ASCA. Wonderful. So she could be heading the
spearheading.
the delegation, right? Okay, good. Okay.
Letter C, AmeriCorps and Serve Guam. Updates is the deadline for us to submit the application is on Monday, March 27th, sorry,
Yeah.
March 27th. So we have all the documentations. We are being guided on how to do this. It's a good opportunity for us. I just have to correct myself as I spoke directly to the director of Serve Guam, Ms. Doris, that because in the last meeting, I informed you that the full-time employees that are required
Training?
for us to be qualified for the grant, right? I said that their pay is not reimbursable or there's only portion, but she confirmed with me last week that it is reimbursable.
She doesn't like it, right?
Yes.
You know the exchanges, just to confirm and affirm and blah, blah, blah. Right? You might get lost in translation.
And she showed us the budgetary,
Yeah. The narrative.
the budgetary where you just input. It's
Oh,
already.
okay. Oh, okay.
So the reason why it will be reimbursable because we are able to we're allowed to have 20 members, which means the budget is higher, so we can get
More.
we can be reimbursed for those.
We had problems there in the past because nobody knew how the program runs. So we were bringing in several students and we're paying from our own side and never got the reimbursement back.
No,
So we were always short on our payroll because payroll is just X amount on our prior budget, right? Anything you go over that, you don't know which category you're gonna get it from, right? But those days we didn't have some good people. But now, thank
Yeah,
you,
much
they can
better,
say,
yeah.
all right.
so it's like out of pocket before,
Yes,
and
yes.
then
But the
we
out-of-pocket
never
is
got
fine. But
reimbursed
reimbursement-
because we never submitted the
The
invoice.
reimbursement, yeah, it's really,
And
it's really,
they have to approve because there are required documents.
and
that
also
you have
those
to submit.
days,
Especially with the federal government, everything is.
no, but
paperwork.
also those days, we have also some FSM nationals or participants that the program did not recognize. So the following year, I think there was some complaints, so they started legislating it through Congress. That FSM nationals would be included in all the CERCO programs.
Yeah.
So that goes also all over the US. So in the past, when they see it's an FSM national, they won't allow them to participate. But it was actually, somebody did a good job in making sure it goes back to Congress and get that all clear. So now everybody, why not? For heaven's sake.
Yeah. And in participation of the AmeriCorps Week or AmeriCorps Day, that day when I send you photos of how the lieutenant governor also sorting, right? They use our facility because they currently in our memorandum of understanding with AmeriCorps and Serve Guam, they are sending 20 mentors every day here
Yeah,
to be the like our tutor for our students. So we really have that need, and it's like more of a one-to-one because the numbers say that there's a one mentor or one mentor or volunteer per per student in the classroom.
Oh, wow, for
Yeah.
student, oh, that's good.
But of course, they have to be pulled out just like today because of the college fair that's going on. Those volunteers, AmeriCorps members, I mean, are now pulled out and helping out at UOG. But if we have our own AmeriCorps and we get approved, then we can have our own group of members, AmeriCorps members. Part B, CTE plan, CCTCP, so college, career, technology, education, planning. We have elective classes already, but this is just an update. We are also starting, it's on the table, on the works to try out the driver's education for our seniors.
No, that's nice.
Because
Nice.
this will increase their employability. And we
Yes,
are going to
yes.
try it out under the ESF2 as part of our
Yes,
after
yes, yes.
school.
Use it all
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, use it all. Have you already identified the instructor for the driving?
So it will be the Carmen's. It's
Okay.
a memorandum of
okay.
understanding
Yes,
between
yes,
Carmen's driving.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So the Commerce Driving School was that an MOU for the whole GDOE and?
No, it's between GAPS
Us?
and
Okay.
Carmen's
Okay.
driving education.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and this is more of a trial because after school, but of course we plan to bring it
On a regular.
on a
So what
regular
are we
school
looking at,
year.
11 and 12th grade or 12th grade?
12th grade because
Only,
the
yeah.
age is 16. They have
Yeah.
to be like
Yes, 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 yes.
you have the
15 years
number?
old and 6 months.
Do you have the number of interested seniors?
So for now, because we're limited using the grant money for the class, I asked Ms. Sanchez to have like at least 5.
What is the cost?
From them is 600 per pupil,
pupil,
but
so
that
times
includes
5,
the
right?
government fees like the permit, $25,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
test,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
already
So
included.
is that including the exam?
Yes, everything. It comes up to government fees will be around $200.
Does that include in their agenda curriculum requirements? Preparing the students to take the test?
Yes. So the deliverable at the end would be the students will have their driver's
Driver's
permit.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're trying this out because it's the perfect time to.
Yeah,
And
for
then
seniors,
not just that, but the fat lessons are also on responsible driving. So
Oh.
alcohol. This.
Nice
And-
with driver's education as
yes.
well, right? Very nice.
In addition to this, we also have the sports development class that
Oh,
we started for the after school, particularly wrestling. So we have a memorandum of understanding with Food Ocean.
Yeah.
It's under the Federation of Wrestling
Oh,
Federation.
yeah. One
So
wrestling
they are
federation.
officially sending 2 coaches or instructors for our students from K to 8.
Oh,
To
wow.
have to-
Many years
to
ago, I had a
introduce.
delegation of the one wrestling group. We had it in one of the cities. But we have contingency from one. And Eddie Delapenyan, he was part of it. He was the coach. Yeah, so I haven't heard any activities on the wrestling organization.
And
We should
so far,
participate also.
yeah, so far, since we started, I believe 3 days ago, 2 days last week, and it's gonna be our 2 days also, Monday, Tuesday. We've been receiving reports that the teachers are, that their students are very excited. They look forward to going to that
Oh,
class.
that's good.
And they want it to be like, when is our next meeting? So we're trying to pull interested students to really join, but so far
How
all
many
of
do you
them
have?
want it.
How many are joining right now?
So we did a schedule wherein we bring the students from K to 8. So that's about 150 students already to have 1 hour session every day since last week. So yesterday all the grade levels that we have already participated, and they
that's
still
good.
want to go back. So we're gonna arrange a certain schedule again to answer their requests.
That's good.
Again, in addition to that, we also have music classes. So we have a non-GACS employee who's coming in to do the instruction for music. The person is GDOE employee teacher from Tiza. So she just
She's gonna
comes
come over.
here. Yeah, she comes over for the actors. We've been hearing reports. This is something new that we want to bring to our students. Right?
That's good though. I'm glad.
New classes. If we can only open all these classes, right? We would. But of course, we also need space.
Yeah, right.
But at least kick it off, and then even if you have only very little participation because of space, it's something that you're really launching.
Yeah.
So like when you have the new campus, say we will, because we already have it. So
Yeah.
it's just continuation of when we get to.
And just
So
increase
anything
the
you can
number.
start now with a minimum space that we can utilize, but at least you have a group or a core of students that are really kicking off the game, right? So that's very important.
We introduce and expose our students to all
Yeah.
these meaningful classes and classes and electives.
Okay.
So
Are you
for
guys
next-
okay with that? Trustee Avalak, Trustee Kiza, are you sleeping?
Singing or-
Yoo-hoo!
Just
Instrument.
singing.
Love you
Oh,
guys.
instrument. Oh, right.
And both.
Thank you.
Part 2, social emotional lessons. So we have social emotional lessons in a program specifically for our students as well. And we have the hard copy lessons, which is called as for the community. It's pioneered by our counselors for the K to 5th for the elementary, and we are using another program for the high school. It's ongoing, and then we're building up and making sure our counseling program we're strengthening our counseling program because they are aligned with CTE as
Including
well.
documentations, right?
Yes. We do. And then part D.3 military branches orientation, we just finished Coast Guard last March, and so the next will be Air Force.
Good job. Sia.
D.4 or the next item, college and employment opportunities, just updates. We already have sent for the job fair, and then we have another opportunity for under the National English Honor Society. So we communicated with that organization, and we have a number of students who we can recommend to be part of this.
Is that a new organization?
Someone reached out to me by email, so we had to meet with them, and I think it's a good opportunity
Yeah,
because
really
they have
good.
scholarship. I didn't even know that they're specifically English.
Yeah. it's specific
And for
only in
our
English,
school
right?
as literacy, right? With
Very
DI,
high, yeah.
we also have even if it's a small percentage who are very high in their level of English. So with that said, thank you to Miss Maria too, because we are also registered for advanced placement.
That's
Oh,
good.
And we have one student who's for sure going to take the test at St.
Oh,
John's.
good.
Nice.
So in addition, please make sure that we do get at least one merit scholarship.
Yes.
Because
Yes, ma'am.
pushing hard for that one merit scholarship
We always
based
have
on the
that.
population.
Yeah, based on the population of who selects on the, we recommend,
Well, it goes to
right?
the
We have a-
valedictorian.
Valedictorian.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, so the recommendation comes from the school and
Oh,
then,
yeah.
because there are other contenders, right?
Right.
No, only the
Oh,
value
one
of the salary.
I
But
know,
one-
there
Oh,
are
but the other
schools
schools that
competing.
he's talking
No, no,
about.
yes, but
Yes.
they get the number of scholarships based on their population.
Yeah,
So we have one usually from our
Based on
school.
our number of.
Yes, only one from
Yeah,
our school.
why not? Yeah.
And then it's the counselors, of course, review the review.
Grades
board
and
for
everything,
the-
Yes, yes. Very good. Wow, we're
And
moving
then
along pretty good,
We
huh?
also have college fair right now at UOG. That's also an opportunity, right, to expose our juniors and seniors to their options of a higher education after high school.
Yeah.
Maybe we have participants today.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes. We were given 2 buses to transport them, but of course we need to get their
Parents
parent.
approval.
It's like a field trip, or yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not sure right now of the exact number of how
How many
many.
comes back, came back?
Another opportunity that we had seen is the Pizza Pop and Power Tools from, I think it's a partnership between Guam Contractors Association
trades, yeah,
and
the
Trades
trades, yeah.
Academy.
That's actually good. They're very good. They started that last year, right? And yeah, so what is the participation of gas? We just put in our name in there, and hopefully we have trades.
10 already. Thank you, Miss Joyce. I have to, Miss Joyce was the one who shared this with me,
Yes.
and in all opportunities, we send it to the principal and the
Yes,
counseling team to make sure that we
Nice.
and not just inform them or communicate with them, we do a follow through
Oh,
also,
that's good.
so that we make sure that we send them.
That's what
And
we have.
Mr.
Yeah.
D is taking care of that as our secondary counselor.
And if they
Understand.
could, at least the counselors will go one more step and help those kids if there's like an application that they need to,
Help, help.
they really need help. You
Yeah,
know,
filling it out.
no matter how smart they are, those kids still need help. Thank you.
Because I mentioned everything under college and employment opportunities. The next is the RFP for professional services, which I already mentioned actually in the calendar that we extended the deadline from
Yeah.
March 17th to March 24th.
March
Next,
24.
Yeah.
March 24th. So
The
this
deadline
Friday
for
is
that.
the deadline for all the RFPs.
How
we
many
submitted.
applicants you have so far?
We have not received any as of yet, and that's why there was a need to extend it from last week, March 17th. Hopefully, we received already.
Yeah.
Next item is the use of cafeteria for serving meals. As of today, we already are using, we brought back the high schoolers, the secondary students from the breezeway when we were delivering their lunches. Now they're all back, the whole secondary and cafeteria, and we anticipated because of our new benches, cafeteria benches
Yeah,
from
finally they're using that.
ARP.
So
It
they
can
need out.
accommodate all the
All of the-
students.
They
all
will
the
have little
students.
longer, right?
Yes, and
Nice.
the high schoolers are so happy because it's been a long time that they have their lunch
Come with their
somewhere,
meals.
and then
Yeah.
now they have aircon.
So they
And then
can
they're
go
coming
late
in
at the
and-
cafeteria.
And then it's the middle schoolers who are now just leaving, and they just take their lunch and then they go. But I'll give further updates as where we go from there for the use of the cafeteria. School safety policies, we are in the process of updating. This came about because we want to make sure that the faculty and staff are updated with the policies and safety regulations. It's a heated topic because we prioritize safety. We have a policy which is called the workplace safety in the workplace. Already it's posted, but there's a need to review and update it. This is brought about because of the rising instances of students who are bringing in contraband.
Oh,
Vape, it's not only here at our school, it's all over. Because they have easy access, and to the point that they even bring not vape but as drugs. That we have to call the police right away. And just to update us all, not just the administrators, Miss the principal connected with social service of GDOE. So they are in review. They wanted to give us a training for student search and seizure. So as a requirement to that, we have to send in our policies on safety to make sure that we are in line with the policy so that they can give us those services and provide training for our staff.
That's good.
Yes.
Wow.
Next is the Gura CDBG block grant opportunity. There's two. One is for public services, and I have mentioned that since we're submitting an application, we'll submit, and we're using the same data anyway because the main objective is to serve LMI, low to medium income families. That's the main goal of the grant. Because it's two different public services, meaning like example,
have two
base
applications.
daycare or after
Yeah.
daycare, which
Yeah.
is what you recommended
Yeah.
even before. And this is a good opportunity for us to try it out. At least we submitted our application and we have the data already. It's just a matter of putting everything
And your
in a
narrative.
narrative
Yeah,
and
narrative,
making sure
Good,
we
good.
submit it.
Yeah.
And the deadline is this Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, we
that's
have a
why-
lot of deadlines.
But-
It's online though.
On the final
Online,
form.
Yeah.
that was
Thank
not-
you to Ms. Vedette because there's a lot of documentations that we have to submit as well. The reason too, the other one is the facilities and maintenance. So when we were reviewing it, we also see that probably we have the opportunity to request for assistance for the A&E management
Yeah.
or construction of our new
A&E
campus.
for the site preparation. So we were hoping that could be included because when we attended the CDBG session, when they opened up all where the money could possibly be used, this is one of those. It is so good that they could even help some of their A&E contracted probably with them. I don't think these are people that are within Gura that are working, but that could be an assistance that these guys are working on. So that free up some of the money that we can utilize this money. I don't know how much it will cost them, but any part of that 3.5, 3.8 million will hopefully come back to us because the mayors are all there on the session. They were all grabbing all of the money that can be utilized. And the fund is only 3.8, but all the mayors of the different villages were all out there claiming for the same money. I said, oh my God. Fire department, the fire and police finally don't want to answer anymore. They don't want to participate anymore. We did not go on, we did not discuss anything, but we were just taking notes on, then we were sending them
3.8.
asking them if this thing would be covered, right? I think we should, the next meeting would be really big, it's like, just those, yeah, go ahead.
And the eligible projects and activities, we really had to review every single line item because there are requirements and certain objectives of the grant. It says here clearly that it also has to be in line with the 4-year strategic plan of the government, our consolidated plan. So like you said, we have to be aligned because so that for them to even consider our application. Well, we did our best. We're gonna try to do our best to put it in, and we just hope for the best.
Yeah. And it's a dry run for you guys
Yes.
because eventually when you go into the HUD 8 or all those application process for the new site, you have to get used because it's really a tedious application. Yeah, very tedious, but you have to comply.
Yeah, and the requirements are the same as to the USDA
Yes,
application.
yes,
as well.
yes.
So
That won't
it's
be a
like a
problem, right?
repetitive checklist that we have, and we have all
Good
those.
drill
already.
for you guys.
Yes.
Practice makes
Although,
perfect.
yes, although it's a review. Where am I now? Yes, so part 2, human resource. We just filled the position. Miss Jamie, right? Can we?
Go ahead,
can you
HR,
take on?
please. Jamie, come on
Yes.
down. Go ahead, please. You have
So
the,
we recently filled one of the custodian positions. And then our current vacant positions is we have the custodian administrative assistant or the registrar, and then which is also called records and registration supervisor under, right, Miss Sam, the GPP. That's what it's called under that scale. And then we have the safety and attendance officer, English teacher, part-time certified sped teacher, personnel officer, and procurement officer.
Okay. Any questions, trustees, on the vacancies?
No.
Okay, let's move. Finance. Mr. Des.
Finance, FY
Oh,
twenty-four budget
hold on,
hearing.
correct. Part C, employee policies and benefits.
Oh,
I
okay.
had
Oh,
to
yeah.
put it under there.
Okay,
as
go ahead,
related.
It's under HR anyway.
We have built a new SOP for the personal use of, the use of personal appliance in the classrooms. We had to update that just to make sure we comply with the safety regulation. What brought it up is because, we want to make sure there's guidelines for our classroom teachers as to whether they are allowed to bring their own microwave, refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yes, it's convenient for them, but it's a safety hazard, especially for our students, because, and then if you allow one, it builds up the
I know.
power. And the most concern that I had, which we discussed really in depth with the administrators, with the principal and assistant principal, is that our building is not really capable of handling all those.
The load,
The load of
electrical.
the electrical load. The priority is to handle our Spectron, our air dogs. So with all those additional learning equipment, if we allow every teacher to bring their personal, then we might have fire or something. So it's a safety hazard. So just to be careful, Ms. Sanchez drafted and we signed it to just and we sent it all out already to the faculty and teachers. And if they have a request, they have to put it into writing just so that we can take note of it.
The other thing is theft.
Hmm.
That would be a concern.
It's hard to monitor if everyone can. We provided them in the first place a microwave for every building and a refrigerator. Here in C building, we have the lounge, so they can go
Yeah,
down.
that's why I'm saying you have
Yeah,
a
so
very
you
nice
have that
lunch.
already.
A very nice lunch.
And it
Table.
has
It has
everything.
Everything that
refrigerators.
we need,
Yeah.
table, yeah, refrigerator and microwave, there, water dispenser too.
Yeah.
It's a very
So they
nice
have
lunch.
it already available. They don't want it in
Former
the room.
principal, I did not allow
Yeah.
for many good reasons.
They had the lunch now where they could.
Yeah. They
And we
have the
also
lounge.
have not just the
Sorry?
lounge, we also have
Yeah,
one
that's-
at SSO office.
It's
So
not
okay.
A, it's
if the
not E,
teachers
it's
in
A,
the
as in apple.
evening can go.
Some
A as in
close to
apple.
where they're classroom. Really, I mean, you're going to
Oh, okay,
encounter
I'm sorry.
You don't
a
want
lot
it
of
up,
problems.
yeah.
And
As in
then
apple.
like,
A as in apple.
there were
Okay, bye-bye.
situations where, we don't know the contractor or custodian, they leave the microwave open and teacher comes and says, oh, who was using it,
Yeah.
They're just,
And the
It's-
cleanliness to, right, or the
Yeah.
maintenance to,
Yeah.
to check it. And
I
there's
think-
also one set again in
Yeah.
the admin office too
Yes,
for
yeah.
the E.
so there are avenues
Yeah.
that they could.
Utilize instead of one in their classroom.
That's good, that's very
And when we
good.
when we look forward to our new campus, right, there's only gonna be one. All the teachers have to walk to the lounge. So yes,
See
but
that-
I
wait,
always say safety first before our convenience.
Okay, with safety and everything, what do you consume monthly on your power alone?
Yeah, $10,000.
Yeah. And that's also,
Yeah, because now there's
Sometimes,
already,
yeah,
there's
it's
already,
yeah.
there's
Because
an
everyone
increase
is-
in
Less
power-
than
every-
power
every
cost.
concern
that I
oil.
have, yeah.
So that, that, I think,
that's
when
the
we-
second reason why
when we had
to
the
draft.
meeting, it's gonna take time for us to be able to move to a new campus. We should start initiating meeting, asking for panels, solar panels, okay? Make sure, because that's part, according to them, the contract that they have with the government of Guam allows them to have efficient application of things that will make the facility in some way safe.
Yeah.
We're even
and-
waiting for
and
it.
able
That's
to-
why.
No, it's
yeah,
on them. It's
No,
not really
yeah,
them
Yeah,
spending
because
it,
Madam
yeah.
Fair, remember
Yeah, they came-
they came already for.
Oh,
for
okay, yeah,
assistance.
yeah,
Remember?
you told me that, I
Yeah.
forgot, okay, so it's just a
And
matter
until
of,
now,
so
yeah.
let's just do a follow-up, okay? Because I tell you, you'll save a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Once they start putting the
The solar.
those panel,
For Tech as our landlord.
yes,
There's-
yes, so they already had a,
They
They
visited
sent-
up. Yeah,
oh,
they
very
visited the
good,
site.
that's very
Like they
nice.
sent a
Thank you.
person to assess,
Yes.
to
been in
assess
years.
the-
Every time I sign the check for the power, it's
Every time,
dang,
so much
it's a lot. That's why this containment of uses of microwave would help a lot. But the important thing is the circuit here is not enough to us to bust it all.
Yeah.
The power, there could be some.
Well,
And
they
I
have
don't think
this-
it's good in the
They
classroom.
have their
Oh,
break,
yeah.
they have their lunchtime.
Yeah,
And they can use
Why
that.
would I be using a microwave during my instruction time? That is the key question.
you're using
Really?
clay.
Unless, no,
They're
but
using
everyone,
clay.
but unless,
Or
you know,
doing some-
yeah, unless there's a medical reason. Now, we have to be mindful of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
If there's a medical condition of the
Yeah,
employee,
that's a good point.
we
then.
have to
Then you have to
be
find out.
mindful of that, you know.
There's a medical condition,
Yeah.
that they need the microwave to
Yeah.
warm up something.
But I
or-
need
That's why
hot
there's,
water every,
Yeah.
There's a
every
sign,
hour.
there should be a sign in the.
But I
close
think
to
the risk of fire because of just the amperage that was issued in this old building is really gonna be a big concern. That's exactly what I'm doing with my old mom's house, every wiring. So let's go, move on.
Health insurance policy, Miss Jamie.
Jamie,
The
you have
health
floor.
insurance. For health insurance policy, so open enrollment ended March 10th and the rates were increased as of March 1st. So that information was emailed to all the employees so that they can see how much the increase was compared to last year.
Just do it select care, right?
Yes, okay.
So we don't have to go through any procurement process.
This
No,
is the
after
last
this-
year.
this is the last
This is the
year.
last year.
We will
So
go
for
RFP
next
by,
year.
by,
Okay,
by,
thank you, everybody. Just to make sure we're not in any
by,
violation.
August.
ASC retirement benefit.
Okay,
Okay,
so-
Jamie, yeah, Jamie, go ahead. No, Jamie has
Oh,
a
yeah.
link, yeah.
We're working with
Please.
ASC to meet with them first. I believe the representative is off island, so we were asking him for his available date when he returns, and once he does, we will let you know once he confirms.
The ASC session where we participated was very helpful because I was just starting to see all the demographics of our school. It's mostly a lot of young people that are just turning in their 30s and stuff. It is good for them to see what retirement program, what we have, and the retirement program on their own can also add up to what we will provide to them, so that when they get to certain point, they have enough, right? Because some people think that, oh, you have $50, like you always spend this to go to lunch, right? Little that they know that $50 every month could put away additional.
For
retirement
them, for their
benefit. So
benefits.
these guys are very good. They're young, they're speakers of ASC. We all met them during the conference, and they are gonna help us. Because I don't want to be like me. I don't have any retirement except social. But these guys, they can plant the seeds now. So this is a good program. So make sure that we're in touch with Miss Jamie. Make sure are you using Justin? Mr. Justin?
Yes.
Yes, okay, he's great. He's a great kid. Yeah, okay, so let us know. Let's make sure on one of your PDs that'll be included, the retirement program, additional information or information will be shared. Okay, and more? Any more, Miss Jamie?
Nothing else
Okay.
to add.
Trustee Elda, Trustee Arkisa? We're good? Thank you, sir.
No,
You're
no,
mute.
you're attending with the house.
Okay.
council meeting. It's one of the
Okay, let's
budget.
go. Is there anything for the executive session?
Finance.
No.
Or is
Not
it
the budget,
finance?
the budget.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Correct, boy,
No,
finance.
No, FY twenty-four.
Budget
No,
hearing?
there's no budget hearing yet with
Okay.
with the senators,
None?
but there is
No,
no,
yeah.
no schedule yet. We're
Okay.
talking to Anne is the council meeting.
Mhm.
They're calling a meeting,
Regarding
This
budget.
is a regular meeting
in
of the
the
Charter School Council, which will be held tomorrow at 5 o'clock in I Learn. And Miss Telly sent the agenda, and I just saw that there's part 4. It says FY 24 budget and budget breakdown staffing pattern, which is what we already submitted to them last December 20. To
Ahead of
them.
the game,
Ahead, yes.
if they were on.
So you're gonna be sending the same thing.
Yeah, just
No,
make
they
sure.
have
we
it
don't
already.
need.
Oh,
it's
because
just
they
You
already
already
have it, right?
But make sure as trustees, you get copies, because then you will know if you're not gonna attend it, at least you understand what we have on the budget narrative at the same time on your, the personal has not hardly changed. But on the budget session, just in case, you know, how much money do you have for this, how much money? So just make sure you have, you issue copies of the issue copy of the budget narrative to the trustees, okay, the spreadsheet that you have provided. Okay?
which, yeah, we did that in December of 2020.
I think you
To
did.
the,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
board of trustees?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, if there are no
Yeah.
change, so
Yeah.
make sure that,
Yeah, we did. yeah,
so who
we
will
did.
be attending that?
This is
I
okay.
I have to attend that tomorrow.
It's up to you, it's
Okay,
open. but
okay, good.
usually-
No, you attend,
Yeah, and I'm bringing Miss Sanchez as well.
yes, Jana have to be exposed to that, yes.
I'm not listed.
No, she's okay, because she understands the budget, so it's really the CEO and now it's good for the.
It's
for the-
open to public, so anyone is free to go. You just wanna be there to make sure that, to hear more about, because it's been a while since the council held the
Did they-
meeting.
Did they have a complete council now because they were lacking members?
Are
I'm
they
really
supposed
to be- I
not sure, that's
This is the
why we
reason why
wanted
this is the meeting that they're calling. I think now they have called.
Or don't
Because
they
it's
normally
been,
meet like once a month?
Yeah, but
No, they
haven't
don't have a
followed.
quorum.
They haven't
And this is
followed
the
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 last
word.
one I remember was, the second to the last is when they used our LRC.
Yeah,
After that,
That's it.
next month, I think we did it by Zoom. Since last year, since that point on, they never had, and this is the first time Ms. Shelley sent the charter schools the agenda for the meeting, so we wanted to be present there physically.
They had short
Sure,
members.
most likely and we'll report back to you what we had discussed or what they discussed in that meeting. RFP for CTE coordinator, it's like repetitive, I just
Yeah,
realized, but yeah, we already said, we covered that. RFP for A&E or project management, somehow it was already covered because we're going to try to put that in on the CDBG grant for the facilities and maintenance.
good luck to you.
Yeah.
3 million and there's so many people wanting to get some of it.
Next, do we have any?
Anything for the executive session? Trustees, trustee Avlock, trustee Urquiza, anything for the executive session? None?
None.
Okay, let's, then, can I have an adjournment? It is now, can I have a motion for
Announcement first,
adjournment?
Madam President. Announcement
Yes,
first.
just a quick one. The
Oh,
next regular board
announcement.
meeting will be April 18. And then, we are scheduled, we haven't met yet, but we have to schedule for a work session, not just on the retirement plan details.
Yeah.
Pending on I guess, the
When?
one from,
Yeah, we don't know.
The return of the individual.
After.
can we
After
hold
the-
on for a work session? When are you available? Maybe on Tuesday, if you next.
But is the person already gonna be back?
You'll be back April.
That's what she said.
No,
He's
no,
not back.
yeah, and when,
But the
and we have the
person-
update, we'll call our work
Oh,
session.
sure.
Okay,
So
when,
instead
when
of.
we have an update, yeah.
Yeah, let us
Right now, we
know
don't
when-
know yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
You shoot the email, and then what, on the WhatsApp, both email and WhatsApp.
Okay.
Something that we could all be together on the
So,
dates.
Works, probably work session before the next regular meeting.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, okay?
hungry.
No executive session, gentlemen, trustees, so may I have a motion to adjourn at exactly 12:21. Wow, we're good today.
I still move that we adjourn our meeting
I need a
time,
second, please.
12:21.
I second.
Thank you, trustee Lou, seconded by trustee Lou. Motion to adjourn by trustee Rosa Tongo, seconded by trustee Luisa Nicholas. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Thank you, Jonah.
Aye, aye.
Jonah.
Yes.
Adios.
Anong plano?